Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak 2 Part 52. In the previous video we almost finished up our nighttime activities. We kind of copped out and didn't quite finish them all up because it would take a little too long. But now we're going to not do our connection event. Get psyched. Instead we're gonna book, yes. I always forget the buttons, as you probably noticed. Well, it's not really a book. We're going to read the newspaper. We're going to stay informed on the ongoing, stuff in Calvert. I was trying to think of like a more flowery way to put it, but then it was like nothing was coming to mind. So instead you get stuff. Economy! Changing business outlook causes a shift in the center of economy. Because maybe hitting a little too close to home. 3 months have passed since the conclusion of the Empire's reparation payments to the Republic. Despite initial concerns that the Calvardian economy would stall as a result, the observable impact on the Republic's financial growth has been notably minor. Furthermore, financial pundits agree that this slight economic slump is only temporary, fueled primarily by a reluctance to invest after the end of reparations. At the same time, unnoticed factors lurking behind the Republic's steady economic growth have become apparent. A shift in outlook for various sectors of the economy and the reality that some group of individuals will inevitably be left behind by said shift. Previously, the Republic's economy was supported by a mixture of global-scale banks and enterprises, such as the Verne Company and the Bank of Edith, along with wealthy individuals and business owners, including members of Horation's former noble class. The current administration, however, has instituted policies intended to stimulate competition, prompting many startups and foreign enterprises to enter the market. As a result, the balance of economic power within the Republic has begun to shift. Basically, he's selling out our country. That's what I'm hearing. In addition, the heads of two venerable companies in the Republic, the Quincy Company and Etoile, were arrested last year, tilting the balance even further. The Horation Trust Bank, which holds close ties to many long-established businesses, is currently steeped in debt as well. Now, granted, I mean, if the foreign companies are gonna not be the CEOs of racism, doors open, brother. Come on in. Relatedly, periods of economic instability have historically engendered a rise in nationalist and anti-immigrant sentiment among the populace. Early signs indicate that this instance will be no exception. Due to the recent period of prosperity, the influence of anti-immigrant factions has significantly declined from its height. That said, anti-immigrant campaigns, attempts to intimidate marginalized celebrities, and the harassment of foreign-owned enterprises are still ongoing. Moreover, authorities have announced that the members of an anti-immigrant terrorist organization were taken into custody, indicating that said organization is in fact still active. Though a wave of prosperity has swept over the Republic, the flames of strife may yet be smoldering. The question remains, can our leaders douse them in time? I'm going to the moon! You guys have fun! Fan Lu arrested on false charges. The legitimacy of the recent arrest of Mr. Fan Lu, vice president of the Kowloon Financial Bank, has been called into question. Longport authorities issued a statement claiming the arrest was carried out based on misinformation and held a press conference to apologize for their mistake. Really? You don't think they... I feel like they'd double down. I mean, I guess you can't because Hayue would kill you, but if this was like... If he was just like a normal rich person, it would probably be... Well, he's rich. If he was like a normal, not as rich person, they would definitely double down and be like, we didn't fuck up. He's definitely guilty. We got a confidential tip that we can't tell you about. After cross-checking with the tax office's records, they determined that, contrary to the charges, Mr. Fan's taxes were filed and paid in full. Just fucking piece of paper that says zero. That's it, that's what I have to pay. An investigation into the source of the falsified evidence is currently underway. Longport authorities stated there will be no further false arrests of this nature. I mean, I would hope that would, just go unstated. The police said they're not gonna arrest people who have done no crimes, at least for now. Everyone cheered, and will refrain from assigning liability to any specific party. Although Mr. Fan's arrest sparked concerns regarding the Kowloon Group's falling stock price, early indicators of his arrest being an error prevented any major losses. In fact, their stock has already begun to rise steadily and is projected to reach pre-arrest highs within the next several days. Damn fucking corporate stunt to price fixing, man. That's some insider trading right there. Pretend to get your ass arrested to tank the stock price. And then buy it up, and then they're like, oh, okay, it was just a quirk, and then it gets back, oh boy, you be eating good. A new Mishy meets mixed reception, hashtag not my Mishy. Mishy, the mascot of the music park and crossbell called Michelin Wonderland, has cultivated an ardent following in the Republic. Mishy will expand into Calvert in earnest this year, making appearances in shows all across the nation. But in the background, a schism has formed within his rabid fan base. This is not the first time Mishy has been embroiled in controversy. Previously, the Calvert-made film Mishy in Boots led to further objections to its dark portrayal of the character. Although the bulk of fans chose to view it as merely one side of the Mishy's multifarious personality, the Mishy that has gone on tour in the Republic this year has, however, featured a redesign with a number of what fans describe as uncanny changes, shattering their ability and inclination to suspend their disbelief. Mishy's bold step into the Republic was only made possible by Voss's acquisition of the character's international rights. The circumstances of said acquisition have demolished the dreams of fans far and wide, leading many to claim that Mishy's new design is emblematic of Mishy succumbing to crass commercialism. As of the official stance on Mishy's change in design, a statement claims that full respect was paid to the original design during the reworking process, but that some adjustments were necessary in order to reach a broad international audience. But like, you didn't really need to change him. He's a fucking talking cat. A visit to Central Marche's most popular stores, or at least if you're gonna change them, like go all out. Like, don't do this like minor, we're gonna make his arms longer. Nah, man, turn him into a tiger. Like, he's a Calvardian tiger now. Get over it. A visit to Central Marche's most popular stores. The 9th District Central Marche is both the largest marketplace in Edith? And one of the premier tourist attractions. In this issue, we'll be introducing a number of popular stores in the hopes of helping our readers enjoy the district on an even deeper level. To start, a long-standing staple of the 9th District, the Waltham Cafe and Roastery. The owner of this cafe, Mr. Ward, you probably thought he'd be Mr. Waltham, fucking idiot, is known for personally and painstakingly selecting the beans used to brew their coffee. Not only does he source high-quality beans from all over the world, he's a top-class barista in his own right, with an uncanny ability to tailor a coffee blend to each customer's individual taste. The majority of customers who try his coffee end up reporting that it blew their expectations out of the water. Next up, we'd like to introduce a store called Arpeggio, which deals in records and secondhand books, though you'd never expect that from a bookstore managed by an elderly couple. Arpeggio features an astonishingly abundant selection of records. The wife of the store's owner, Mr. Moses, began putting records up for sale as a hobby, but her ability to find the stock everything from the oldest classics to the newest hits was even specialty stores to shame. Mr. Moses himself has recently started selling board and card games as well, out of personal interest, attracting yet another demographic of hobbyists to his store. The many interests of Arpeggio's wonderful and cheerful owners has truly turned into a store worth frequenting. Last on our list is Gâté de Dune, a bakery stand that opened last year has attracted considerable attention as of late. Their baked goods, and in particular their canals, are made with the utmost of care, often featuring sauces, but hit the wrong button, made of seasonal fruits. These treats can only be described as superb. The mere sight of the lines that form in the front of the store speaks volumes to their rising popularity. Though the majority of the store's current regulars are local residents, tales of its delights are reaching the ears of sweet connoisseurs all over, beckoning them to make the trip to see what all the fuss is about. We at Tarot Times have high hopes. Yeah, okay. Ain't all that or whatever. I need to pause for a second. Alright, we're back. I just had to go grab my phone because I left it in the living room. What are we doing? We're trying, which we have not done the Religious Bros yet. Let's sip a little bit of the sauce first. Alright, fine. We'll do Swin and Nadia last. This workshop requires a participant. Yeah. I know. Oh, whoops. Too fast. And that's a pretty unique gimmick. My limited set of survival skills might come in handy here. I've grounded up ingredients for 4 SPGs before, but it's definitely not something to make a have you? I mean, probably. But last game was like the first Trails game where the very first quest wasn't like find some herbs. Now that's not entirely true, but it is fairly common for, well, it's at least happened a few times. So the first quest in the game is like, hey, give me some herbs. Just chalk this up as something only an island resort could offer. I mean, I wouldn't want to say it's in every game, and then it's not every game. Like, I remember, you know, it's been a few months ago, but getting a comment on one of the yeast videos that it's like, I don't know why you keep acting like so many of the games start with a shipwreck. It only happens in, like, 4 of the 10 games. It's only 40% of the games start with a fucking shipwreck. You idiot. Why are you acting like it happens every time? Stuff that goes into cocktails isn't really my forte, but I do know a lot about edible weeds. Hell yeah, brother. And fungi. Want me to forage for some while we're out there? Thanks for offering, but I think we're covered. This dude's gonna fucking put a handful of grass in the drink.
Oops.
And not the good grass. Just fucking raw dirt. It's got all the vitamins and minerals you need, partner. Making me run all the way over here, get the damn blue caviar.
Should we try this out?
No! Run, Swin. Ah, there's a damn net in the way. I couldn't see it. It blended in with the background. You know, Van's getting old. His eyes aren't as good as they used to be. The hell is this? Got me some honey?
So that's where it was.
And I do like me some honey, so. With the help of the chef back at the bar, the pair managed to complete their original cocktails.
Oh, it's sweet. Hell yeah. I'll take 20 more.
You've said that before, Van.
That drink tasted better than I thought it would.
Me when the drink is ass. What'd you call it again? A getaway driver? Every sip's refreshing without being too sugary. Plus it's so light I could gulp it down in one go if I tried. That's pretty much what I was going for. If I had to name an inspiration, it'd be the ocean. There's just something about all that crisp, clear blue stretching out on the horizon. Makes me feel as though I have the freedom to go anywhere I put my mind to. It's a nice thought. Things would be a lot easier if it were true. Too bad real life isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Say that again. Still, at least I can savor a little taste of freedom right here and now. So they sip the syrup. The scissor, as they say. Alright, we'll do the nodster. Random fact, but you know there's a bunch of toxic plants on this island? What? Why would you bring that up now of all times? I'm also good at slipping poison in people's cups without them noticing. Don't even think about it. I'm just joshing ya. Yep. Where you got me running, girly? I'm getting more freaking wow berries.
So that's where it was.
You're gonna make me run all. Any of you fuckers gonna pick two ingredient spots that are right next to each other? Just asking for a friend. Just wondering if it's possible. It's a damn freaking angry plant. Can I put that thing in my cocktail? Some
let's use this one.
freaking vines in there. Gonna get thorns in my mouth. With the help of the chef back at the bar, the pair managed to complete their original cocktails.
Oh, it's both sweet and sour. I like it.
Ooh, that's the stuff.
Me when I'm drinking. I think I've already said that like 8 times, but it's I don't know, something about it. It's just hooey. It's cute on the surface and sweet at first sip, but with a tangy aftertaste waiting to ambush you. Got me hook, line, and sinker. That just means our premium pinky float worked its magic though, right? Yeah, I could see myself growing attached to this, which about sums you in a nutshell. I don't know about growing attached, let's not exaggerate too much. Score, not even Van is immune to my charms. All it needs now is a few drops of love potion and S will be mine, mine, mine. A few drops of what now? I'm only fooling. My feelings are 100% organic with no artificial flavoring. Alright, you got my blessing. So Van and his companion indulged in a short spell of eating and refinement, sipping their cocktails all the while. Alright. Let's see what the church nerds have to say. So listen, Leon, both trained under Master Brigard, which makes us all fellow pupils. Looks like the two of them were headed somewhere, though, and they brought their weapons with them. Yeah, let's stalk them. Upon seeing them heading out, Van decided to follow in their direction. In the meantime, he began to hear the distant sound of swords clashing. You're wide open. Apparently not, because you missed. Says who? I came here for a little spar, huh? That answers that question. guess I'll just leave him to it then. And then it just ends. They don't actually know they don't call out to him or nothing, and then he has to get involved. He just is able to walk away, and then it just ends, and he gives you plus 100 connection points with both of them. Oh, seen enough already? Sure, you didn't come all this way just to leave without so much as a hello to your fellow pupils. Didn't mean no respect, just trying to stay in my lane. I spotted the two of you leaving and thought something might be up, so I came by to scope things out. As well as gain some insight as well on the myth, I take it. I won't deny caution is a virtue, even when it comes to those you once joined hands with. Alright, okay, you saw right through me. So let me over the slap on the wrist and I'll scram. Yeah, maybe like a tree and actually hold on that thought. She probably didn't remember the rest of the phrase. Maybe you showed up just the right time. Huh? I don't like that look in your eye. Ah, lighten up for a sec. How often do we get a chance like this? We were thinking of taking a break after sweating it out a bit. About some of the good stuff, so why don't you stick around? The good stuff? Like cheese sticks? Two bottles of booze on a full moon, huh? Classy. To be honest, I was hoping you'd have some Holy City sweets to pass around, but I can roll with this too. Did you really believe we'd slip out in the dead of the night to have some dessert? I mean, it's not like one's worse than the other. I mean, realistic. Well, I mean, sneaking out in the middle of the wilderness to sip some sauce, that does kind of sound like you have a problem. Like a little bit. Like if you're like, I gotta do this shit in secret. We can always keep the alcohol to ourselves if you're going to complain. Who's complaining? I would say I prefer my booze a little more on the sugary side. Still, nothing beats Eastern liquor when it comes to moon gazing. Do you really know what's up? Master Bigard, would take a sip under the moon every once in a while back when he was in Arteria. It was something he used to do with his fellow martial artists. I wanted to see what all the hype was about. Sharing the same drink the way we shared the same master makes for a pretty good setup, alright? Unexpected company notwithstanding. This chilled all-night rice wine is one master himself recommended. They happened to have it at the restaurant, so I placed an order. There were only enough snacks for two, though, so fuck off. Sure, sorry for crashing the party. I didn't mean to bring this up, but y'all are real attached to Master, huh? Gotta say, it feels a little hero worshipy. You watch your mouth. What's so wrong about showing the man some respect, huh? It's not just us either. Mention that we're in line to anyone in the Grosshooter and... Simmer down. His is an ignorance no explanation can cure. Why don't we begin while the moon's still in full view? I mean, you didn't really answer the question or defend yourself against his charges of that you're obsessing over him too much. He's just like a guy. Yeah, well, better late than never. To Master Bigard, may you remain safe and in good health. Cheers. Cheers. Anyone gonna tell him that Master Bigard actually died of natural causes off screen? That's why he's not in the game. In time, the conversation began to pick up as the trio regaled one another with old tales about Bigard. I do wonder if is he like, I'm wondering gonna be like, I doubt he's gonna be completely MIA, but also I wouldn't be that surprised because I feel like if he's gonna be in the game, they would have like brought him in by now. But I don't know, it just seems kind of weird to like completely write him out of the game, kind of. If that is what they did. After a good several drinks, they soon found themselves rather inebriated. Me and Leon went to Master and said, "Look, we're begging you to find a hobby outside of work." Next time we meet him, he rides on his new wheels with a big old grin on his face. We were happy to see the guy, but sheesh. To think that was your influence at work, Van. The austere model knight we called Master was decked out in biker gear and genuinely taken with it at that. It was rather conflicting, suffice it to say. Hey, his fashion is his own business. Not that I was prepared to take the blame anyway. Or I wasn't prepared. What do you expect? The man's our idol, but you're the apple of his eye. Well, I mean, we're not the ones who he gave godly powers to. He's got a whole lot of other students too, so you better batten down the hatches, pal. Wait, do you fuckers hate Gaius too? Because he had like even less of a connection to him. And he's the one that got fucking picked to inherit his stigma. But I don't know, it just seems kind of hard to be like a guy, like, I just can't imagine anyone hating Gaius. Like, he's such a, like, middle of the road character. Like, even, I mean, I can somewhat understand hating Van. Not really, but, like, I could buy it more than Gaius. Because, I mean, at most, Gaius is just mildly annoying because he won't shut the fuck up about the wind all the time. He's always talking about the damn wind. And he's always painting his damn picture, but there's nothing on the canvas. He doesn't know that his paintbrush doesn't work. Other students, huh? Seems like he has plenty within the church alone. Also, his track's pretty good. Let's see, you two. The vice captain. Oh yeah, where's that porcupine head guys you were working with? He's not, I wouldn't... Didn't realize you and Kevin were acquainted, but no, he had a different instructor. Yeah, it's complicated. She passed at a young age, but the influence she's had in the lives of him and his partner endures to this day. I do like that, though. Still, I think all his younger Dominions see Master as a mentor on some level. He's been around even longer than Ian and Thomas. The number of people he's taken under his wing is more than I can count. As far as martial arts go, his most respectable student's probably Wazi's right-hand man. You mean Abbas? I heard he studied the Kunlun style under Master Brigard directly. Seems he's recently had his hands full looking after a number of, shall we say, colorful new comrades. Hey, the fact you keep on lying just shows how much discipline Master beat into him. No offense, the more I hear about these people, the more off the wall you folks sound. It is I don't know, just kind of weird to think Van knows Kevin, but he doesn't know Wazi. Because, I mean, this kind of implies that he doesn't know them. I mean, not knowing Abbas, that makes sense. But, like... Because, like, Kevin has been in exile for, I don't know, 18 years? So... We do come from all walks of life. May sound odd coming from me, but his youngest pupil is likely the least objectionable of the bunch. But I guess Wazi was technically with the main squad during, well, I guess we don't know what he was supposed to be doing, because it's like, the implication is that Van had most of his interactions with legacy characters during the events of Cold Steel 4. I don't know, I guess Wazi was doing his fucking thing. Because they do reference him, and they don't reference Kevin because they forgot he existed. I do remember that. Oh, Gaius, for someone so young, he pretty much had his crap together from the get-go. Since Master risked his life for him and transferred his stigma to the guy, I think he was keen on training her to the brink, though he didn't get the chance. But, like, seriously, do you guys hate him, or... Also, Gaius looks so weird there. It honestly, like, it didn't click to me that was Gaius at first. Because I was like... When my brain first saw this picture, I was reading the text, so I didn't fully soak it in. But I was like, Gaius looks like Lecter there. And then, because at first I was like, why is there a picture of Lecter? And then I'm like, oh, that's Leon. And then I'm like, wait, Leon's back there. Who the fuck is this? Oh, it's Gaius. That was the way the synapses went in the brain. Also, I don't know why Celise is petting Gaius, but you do your shit, girl. Since, yeah. As a native of the Highlands and alumnus of Thor's Academy's special class, Gaius serves as a reminder for us not to fall behind. And like a certain someone, I feel there's much to learn from his sincere and diligent example. Alright, whatever, fucking hater. Would it kill you to stop sneaking jabs at me every other sentence? Damn though, you got so many stories to dig into, I don't even need any snacks. Speaking of which, you two have been together for a pretty long time now, huh? As a duo, I mean, that's the best word for it, after seeing the way you two mesh. I get the impression Stigma users ain't usually so buddy-buddy. Really diving deep there, huh? Me and Leon aren't an item if that's what you're thinking. Not even close. Thank heavens for small miracles. Hell you mean by that, asshole? I wasn't trying to imply anything. Just, hard stuff's making me curious is all. I won't press the issue if you'd rather not talk about it. One second. I don't see the benefit in being cagey. Here is a valid point. It's rare for dominions to team up with one another in lieu of a squire. Chalk it up to us knowing each other for over a decade. We got Master Regard to thank for that. Right around the time I made Dominion, he brought in some pouty little punk from ADS knows where. Are you guys old enough to have... I mean, I guess you could become a Dominion as a kid, right? Even if you're maybe not, like, officially as strong as you should be. Because, I mean, I guess if your stigma starts glowing, there ain't really... It just feels weird to think of them as being kids and as Dominions. Which, I mean, it shouldn't because anime rules, but... Then, for ADO's knows why, he paired us up, but I remember us button heads from 1 minute over. Or from minute 1, I don't know what the hell I was saying. That's because in those days, Celeste was the very picture of a rambunctious delinquent. She'd fly into a rage and grab me by the collar at the drop of a hat. Every day I would think to myself, why did I have to get stuck with her? Hell, you said it straight to my face, but yeah, that's more or less how it was for a while. We were the partners who just wouldn't click. No way, no how. But then, well, let's just say shit happened. After that, things started to change a little. Suddenly this jag-all pushing every button became the one person I trusted at my back more than anyone. Me when the frickin' reality gets broken through, and there's a damn spooky hand. All according to Master Brigard's designs, no doubt. He knew that our abysmal chemistry would eventually give way to an unparalleled bond of trust. From that dark brands both of us bore would come the frost and flames used to support each other. Crap, I feel my cheeks getting all blushy. It's your own fault for letting the liquor loosen your lips. A little forethought might do you some good next time. This is why the vice captain always refers to you as a raging bull, you realize. I think you're one to talk, getting all shit-faced and running your mouth, and that's how you are sober, too. Master really know what he was doing, pairing you up. I finally get how you two lasted so long for a square peg and a round hole. Watch it, wise guy. I do believe we've overstepped the point of discretion. That said, Van, turnabout is fair play. Don't think you're getting out of this without your own little trip down memory lane. Think of this past, circle back to me eventually. You're right though, probably owe you two an explanation of what happened back then. With you and Master Brigard, you mean? Oh, son of a... We're out of booze. Leon, man, how the heck you knock these things back so quickly? Let's take it as a sign to wrap things up. This conversation has dragged on long enough. We wouldn't want to hold Van up any more than we already have. Guess not. I can get out of your hair, make my way back then. It's fun talking to you guys. Yeah, same here. I still arbitrarily hate you. Van made his farewells to Leon and Celeste, feeling pleasantly uplifted by the drinks they had shared. After sobering up a bit in the cool night, he decided to get back down to business.
I don't intend to make these little meetups a regular occurrence, but I suppose there's no harm in having a chat from time to time.
You're just a big old softy underneath it all, aren't you, Leon? Anyhow, next time we get together to shoot the shit, we'll make you spill your guts.
Hell yeah, brother. That was really good, though. I think that was maybe my favorite of the connection events. At least of the nighttime ones. If we're doing a quick rating. They're all well, I think this one and then these two are pretty equally good. I like the fairy one slightly more. The Judah Nina I don't really care about Nina very much, so it's kind of like has an uphill battle. I mean, I would appreciate Nina's character more if she was like, if they would stop foreshadowing that she's like super suspicious. If they cut any, like basically all the foreshadowy scenes from her and she was just like, hey, she's an actor lady. And then when it's revealed that she's super sus or whatever, it actually is a surprise as opposed to like, yeah, they already told us that. But all right, I guess we can do a little story progress. Well, I mean, let me look at the map one time. Make sure we got all our debts. Because I can't go over that way to get to the mini chests. Instead, I'm going to go to my room and get a little shut-eye. Oh, should I head back to the room and get some shut-eye? I couldn't have said it better myself, partner. If anything's going to happen, it'll be tomorrow. Better wrap up any business I got tonight for bed. After a long day, a really long day. Dude, you know, went on like an all-night drinking session and watched 14 movies. As soon as he hit the bed, he was out like a light.
Last one to that island and back is a rotten egg.
You're on. Your ass is getting fried, small fry.
Like the rotten egg you're gonna be.
There's no end to their energy, I swear. Ah, well. At least they've chilled out some compared to yesterday.
You're becoming more of a doting father by the day.
Stalker.
Well, look at that. We're neighbors. You and I are basically in sniffing distance, but we're still in different buildings. Kinda weird, isn't it?
Man, I think you're the first person to ever use the phrase sniffing distance.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Good morning, Van.
Also, you basically said you fucking stank. Because he can smell you all the way over here. Daddy, you got, if it's not a stank, it's like you got too much perfume on. Or, you know, some sort of smelly fragrance. If it can be smelled from all the way over here. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing, kind of.
Morning to you too. Never thought I'd see the day when we'd exchange good mornings at a resort like this.
I mean, of all the things that have happened here recently, that's not the craziest.
Oh? I seem to recall a certain someone promising we would go to Michelin together someday.
Damn, Elaine. Just won't fucking let go of that shit, will you?
I know a lot has changed between us since then, but it's nice to think about us still doing it one day, don't you think?
Nah. Mishy's canceled.
Yeah, for sure. So, you guys have any luck finding leads?
Oddly enough, no. I'd like to believe that's a sign there's no sinister plot at work here, but it doesn't seem likely.
Maybe also it could mean that the heroes are idiots because there's like 95 of us, but we can't find anything sus.
Yeah, ain't a chance in hell. He's gonna act before too long. I can smell it.
I can feel it too. As you know, I'm still a bracer, and my duty to the guild comes before anything else. But that doesn't mean we can't lean on each other. I'm counting on you, Van.
Right. When the time comes, I hope you'll have my back too.
The two of them chatted for a while until eventually it was time for breakfast. After parting ways of the lane, Vetted headed down to the restaurant. Once he and his friends finished eating, what did they eat? Hey, brother, you can't just skip over that. The discussion shifted to what they should do next. They should talk about what they ate. We gotta vet the island menu, see what they're serving here. So, what's our plan for the day? Paragliding. Yeah, what's left to do on the island? Most of the fun stuff already. I don't think that's what she meant by plan, Nadia. Not wrong, though. We blew through all the normal vacation-y activities yesterday. You and Elaine already exchanged information earlier this morning, right? Uh-huh. I can't say either of us got much out of it. We're on the dark here. I left Fio's sensors all night. They didn't pick up anything, unfortunately. Even so. I'm starting to think today won't be as peaceful as yesterday. Indeed. If there wasn't a looming threat, Mr. Alfea would not have been dispatched here. Thought that four-eyed bastard and his little guard dog would have shown their ugly mugs unless he had a good reason. I'm Fairy. There's no way Harwood would have... I thought his name was Haywood. Would have brought us here unless he had something big planned. Whatever the case, we're gonna have to widen the scope of our investigation when we get to the bottom of this. We're gonna have to go beyond the fence. Never end up checking up on those undeveloped islands. Why don't we head over that way? Van? What's gotten into you?
Huh? That's the boy from Messeldom!
I mean, villains can have vacations too.
And that outfit. Could he be?
Dot dot dot.
Hey! Hold it right there!
Yo, they're schmoving.
Where'd he go? There! How'd he do that?
Maybe if you played the previous games, you would be aware that that's a thing that evil people can do.
Must be that shadow ability of his.
I'm gonna strangle that little bastard!
Isn't he?
Come on, we're going after him.
Don't think I'm gonna let you get away. Not this time.
Why would he show up now?
I'd be lying if I said that didn't bug me, but we don't got time to mull over this. Let's tail him.
Wait. Why am I sensing... No, it couldn't be.
Nadia and Swin be like, why the hell are they wanting to beat this child up? Van didn't leave any notes on this. This cool morning air just goes right through you. I made the right choice going out for a little stroll. A stroll with no ghosts. It's just that I needed to clear my mind of those nightmares I keep having about losing my job. Up rather early, aren't we? I'd like to enjoy my island getaway if you don't mind. Do me a favor and stay out of it. Never saw a guy get so steamed up about it chilling out. Let's just leave him be and move along. What are you doing up so early? Sorry, a bit of a late night fishing really lit a fire in me. I think I figured out the trick to luring out those deep sea creatures Shannon called. Man, I gotta be on the brink of catching something good. You know, I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I was so focused on fishing. Wow, you're more pumped up about this than I thought you'd be. Guess you can go do that or whatever. Good luck.
Something you're looking for in particular?
Oh yeah, I forgot about 100 bait.
Talk to you later.
I was like, how the hell did I get so much bait? Anyone can tell fishing's totally different out here compared to Edith's rivers. That's what gets me so fired up. My plan for today is bringing a giant haul. Then we'll have the village chefs cook up a feast for us. Shannon and I pulled another all-nighter yesterday. Can't that stop us back in the most vacation though. You're making me yawn. Maybe a waste otherwise. Maybe I'll do some light exercise to get my blood moving. I hope your blood's already moving. Because if your blood's not moving right now, we got fucking problems, lady. Must be nice having the energy to rollick? The fuck does rollick mean? Rollick about this early in the day. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a ship to inspect and a wharf to clean. Hey. You know me, I'm always rollicking through the fields and the flowers and whatnot. Follow the boy. He is being followed. Just popping down in the bridge. Any bridge fish? That's where I'd put some dope ass fish.
I thought this place was sealed off.
It was yesterday. Did he run through here?
I'll see if I can track him with a shard search.
Theo, Zeros, try to get a lock on him too.
Understood.
Wolf? Fuck.
There they are!
Whoa! You old-timers actually kept up with me. I'm impressed. Okay, not really. You following us here was all part of the plan, so...
Yeah, you're pretty quick on your feet for being dumb old farts. But you're not very quick on the uptake, are you?
Aaron, this is what you sound like. Do you understand how cringe it is now?
You did not just call me a... Hey, wait a second.
These two are eerily similar.
Yeah?
Well, I did know that you two looked alike. But now that I'm seeing you side by side, I'm guessing you're siblings. Or maybe even twins?
Nah, test tube babies.
Yes. Do you think it's them?
Yeah, more than likely.
Alrighty, that's enough about us. We'll let that old bag of bones do the talking from here.
My. You two have really been putting your nose to the grindstone this morning. I could learn a thing or two from your work ethics.
For real, my dude. You've been working us like a damn slave driver. It's cool, though. We get that it's all part of the build-up to your master plan.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that I need a nice, long nap. You're on your own for a while, okay?
Of course. You do what you want to do, and as always, I'll do what I want to do.
It's him.
You really need to work on your surprise twist game. You were about as subtle as a sledgehammer, Mr. E.H.
I don't know what you're talking about.
AKA Elroy Harwood, the fourth Anguis of Ouroboros.
He's the 1,000 Oathbreaker.
Hey there, my friends. It's been much too long. So, you had me figured out from the start, did you?
Wouldn't it be funny if he was like, you know, the 1,113 Oathbreaker in this game? Because he's been like in between the two games, he's been breaking oaths. So he's more than he's up. Like the 1,000 Oathbreaker was like not like some generic like title to imply how many oaths he's broken. It was like actually a tally that was constantly updated, and every time he shows up in a game and it does a little title screen, it's got a new number.
I see you're all enjoying your vacation on my little slice of paradise. How delightful. Now tell me, when did we last meet? Was it during that pandemonium incident last year? Oh dear, how time flies.
I mean, maybe. I don't honestly remember talking to you there, but it maybe happened.
I know you.
You're the one responsible for the creation of the gardens.
I didn't realize you two knew him.
Oh yes, I've heard all about you. You're the little ones who took down the big bad emperor, aren't you?
Multiple times.
I suppose I should offer you my thanks. I sought the destruction of the gardens last year, and you saved me a fourth of the work. Job well done.
You can keep your thanks.
Yeah, it's not like we did it for you.
Normally, I'd have jumped at the chance to enjoy a little vacation. Too bad you're the one footing the bill. So what's with the twins? They your underlings or something?
And that means everything we dealt with in Messeldom and Longport was...
The work of this toxic rat bastard.
Who, me? I did no such thing. Trust me, if I could take credit for Zect Arms's quaint little rampage and Heyue's hair-raising bout of palace politics, I would.
Don't play dumb. Ix was the one behind everything in Messeldom. And I'd bet my career on you putting him up to that.
Not to mention, Heyue received a great deal of support from behind the scenes.
You might not have been around in the capital as of late, but there's no doubt in my mind that you were involved in what happened there.
Time to fess up. Why'd you send out those invitations? And don't say to write a rave review of your island getaway spot, because I won't buy it.
I'm just not going to answer. And he teleports away.
Oh, I was hoping we could relish in the build-up some more. Where's your sense of drama? Although I can't blame you for wanting to get straight to the point, considering what it is you're looking for.
I take it you have it in your possession, then? One of the fragments of the 8th Genesis, I mean.
Give the little lady a read, and she thinks she can take the whole Selge. Before I answer your question, I'll fire off one of my own. Just how much do you know about it?
Basically nothing.
What?
What do you mean by how much?
The Oct Genesis. Prototype orbments left behind by Professor C. Epstein. They were created many decades ago, yet they exceed our modern-day technology by leaps and bounds. So, what do you think they're for?
Plot devices.
They were used in the experiments that eventually brought about our current orbital technology. What else would they be for?
Oh, come now. I think you and I both know that's not all there is to it. Almada used them to bring about disasters unlike anything mankind has ever seen.
Is it really
A resurrected undead. The tyrant.
Seen it.
Mind
Seen it.
Control with drugs.
I've seen it many times.
Singularity.
Seen it.
And the monitoring of the Death Game's rules.
I mean, that's kind of just like having a camera. That ain't all that special.
And the grandest of all was the finale. Pandemonium. Or so I thought. But I was wrong. What's happening now is far, far grander. Don't you think?
Is it? You playing the same game? I mean, not to be like a hater. I don't mean that like in a bad way, but like nothing's happened so far is all that crazy. I guess there's the time travel thing. I kind of forgot that's a thing because it hasn't happened in like a month. I get, but even that's technically not new. You would know that if you played the previous games, Harwood.
He must mean... But how could he know?
You've been beating around the bush for a while now. Get to the point.
Because it has been a really long time since we last did time travel. Like, for me, it would have been, like, yeah, well over a month ago. Because you never do it in Van's timeline. And the last time would have been when we were doing the Anya school stuff, which that was, like, back in the first week when I was recording.
Feigning ignorance won't do you much good at this stage, kid. Say, why don't you share with the rest of the class, Arkride? Tell us, how does it feel to die?
There you are.
Van!
Oops. Looks like we're fresh out of time.
Elaine!
And Prince Sharid! We all saw you rush out of the villa earlier.
Nah, I should be like, I'm here too.
We were wondering why the gates were wide open. Didn't realize you went and found the Oathbreaker.
Actually, we didn't.
It was more like he led us here.
Oh, that's odd.
Not really.
Indeed. That's not our chief concern, though. We need to restrain that man.
Have at it.
I suppose there's no getting the jump on you.
So,
And they aren't the only new arrivals.
You're a hard man to find, Oathbreaker.
Our supercilious vice captain friend isn't, however.
We're only here to see to this heretic's execution.
Target confirmed.
Got bored of playing hide and seek,
Execute G4 protocol. Seize the target.
yes, sir.
Cousin?
Ikaruga, the Gralspetter, and even the monks from Iscariot are all in attendance.
You guys are dumb. I'm just saying. I don't know if you should be all grouping up next to the dude who's known for using chemical weapons. You're just making it too easy for him. If he doesn't try and gas you all, he's an idiot.
Look at how late you made us, you incompetent imbeciles!
You're in my way, lady. I'm real curious to see how you weasel your way out of this one. You got nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
The jig is up, my dear. You are surrounded by some of the greatest powerhouses on the continent.
Yeah, but like only you two can teleport because everyone else isn't evil.
Even the two enforcers came.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like they're here to help him.
My, oh my. I'm in a bit of a pickle, aren't I? Care to lend your dear old boss a hand, Retzi? And what say you, Walter?
I say no freaking way.
We do not take orders from traitors of the society. It is about time you reaped what you sowed, my dear.
Huh?
What did she just say?
I thought as much. You really are in hot water then.
Evidently so. Guess I should have kept the twins around for a little longer. I'm not going to be able to pull off the ultimate crime with all these loose ends. My savant lawbreaker reputation's on the line. So I really should correct that, huh? Perhaps I'm getting rusty in my old age.
I do like how Savant Lawbreaker's in caps. Like it's like a real title.
You sure like to run your mouth. Keep that up and I'll rip it clean off.
I'm sure he's hatching some sort of devious plot. I doubt he would have brought us all here otherwise.
Well, whatever his plan is, we'll stop it in its tracks. Then, we'll grill him for answers on what was going on behind the scenes.
No, I really didn't think we were about to enter into like a super long cutscene.
If it's my plan you're worried about, don't be. I've already put it into motion. Oh, and since I'm such a nice guy, let me give you a warning. Don't come any closer.
What are you trying to say?
Perhaps he's trying to mislead us. Or maybe not.
Or maybe he's not a complete total idiot who didn't invite literally everyone who wants to kill him on the island and then tell them where he is as like a mistake. Come on, guys.
Surely he can't have an ace up his sleeve.
He definitely thinks he does.
Why's everyone getting cold feet all of a sudden? Well, you won't hear me complaining. Now's your chance to redeem yourselves, you filthy swine! Go fetch the fragment for me!
Now, I would like it if he is just straight up bluffing, though. That would be... we would respect that.
Yes, ma'am! Charge! Wait!
You guys don't have names. You could actually die. You fools! No, not Zektorm's combatant. I love that guy.
The hell?
Oh.
What's the...
He's using...
You guys are stupid idiots.
How unfortunate. Well, Don't say I didn't warn you. Soon the entire island will be engulfed in my toxic haze. You may as well accept your fate.
Even the civilians?
I should have known. No wonder everything felt off.
You really went and did it.
You are so very naughty.
It's okay. We're gonna hit the reset probably.
Man. Nadia.
Damn it. It's time to raise the curtain. The performance is about to start. Take a seat and enjoy the show.
Yeah. Now, give me a chance to save the game real quick. I mean, I can't believe not a single one of them was like, let's not be dumb as shit. And I can't save on this screen. Well, we'll go back here. And I guess we're gonna have a long video after all.
Where'd he go? There!
At least I had
How'd he do that?
the time to actually kind of record this in one shot.
Must be that shadow ability of his.
I'm gonna strangle that little bastard.
Isn't he?
Huh? This feeling. What was that just now? It feels like something's going to happen. It's the same as before. Yeah, it's like it happened back in Edith. Right. Better chase after him. But if we do, then is this really the only option? There is a more direct route we can take? Alright. Yeah, I mean,
We gotta hurry.
the idea of Harwood, I'm gonna be honest, Harwood sounds like wrong. Harwood knowing that Van can time travel is kind of weird and a little interesting, I guess. Everyone being complete and total fucking idiots and getting around the guy known for using chemical weapons. Like, at least have, like, a couple of them be like, oh, we have countermeasures, but then they don't work or something. Like, have Cassim be like, I've got a super cool Marduk mask, but it's like, oh no, it's super poison that gets through it. Like, I don't know. Them being, like, completely taken off guard by the most obvious ploy in history. I don't know. I would rather it be they did at least anticipate it, but he was like 2 steps ahead, something like that. But alright, we're gonna call it here. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.